so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Mike it up. 180. Here we go. Double tight, guys, double tight. Three down. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Third down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option to Gabriel, middle of the field. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania.
Motion, 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 motion. 18.
First down, a run with Cohen. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now it's Davis. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Trubisky will throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score. Packers 14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Lock in, lock in.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
We need team. You must get tired of seeing me. Right now, you got 58.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 3 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback, because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Parker the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Completion than a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Kelly, don't let Kelly. Get him. He's checking. Crash.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
I'm here all day. Big dance. Come.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in high. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw outside, taken in by Miller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. A first down carry for Davis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Mike Davis taking it in. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's complete to Parker, left side. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now Rodgers throwing again. Throw left side complete. That's Parker. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3, and they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the 27, Rodgers incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on, 180. Come on. You better bring it.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He'll take it at the 42. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 41, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. A dump off for Davis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Rodgers now from the gun on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. But it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Alert!
They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Hey, ball. Red, touch.
Hey, Mike 51.
They go again with Davis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
51 to Mike. Here we go.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is
pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Za'Darius. Just an account for that.
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They find some open field here. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Jones. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I smell fear in that offense.
Again, it's Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
No. 319.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our field.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Leonard, 258.
Watch the flags. Watch the
Jump out.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Packers, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our